I mean, you tell us that you started your career as a broadcaster. So what was all that about? How was it? Where were you doing it? And just tell us a bit about it.
Well, I'll probably start with a little bit of my story. So
Sure.
When I was a youngster growing up on Auckland's North Shore in New Zealand, I was surrounded by really interesting people who had really good stories to tell. And they were broadcasters, radio announcers, voice artists, actors, musicians, entertainers, show people who just loved life and wanted to have fun. And as a 6-year-old, that just sounded really cool. So then I decided that I would follow the footsteps of my father and my grandfather into show business and radio broadcasting. But about the age of 9, I developed a stutter. You know, that complete loss of power when you open your mouth to speak. And I remember lining up at my Catholic all-boys school on Auckland's North Shore, you know, like we'd call it a tuck shop back in there, a canteen. I'm sure you call it whatever you will. And I would line up, practice what I was going to say, and I'd get up there and go, could I have a meat pie? And yeah, it was pretty demoralizing. I remember my mother saying to me, maybe this broadcasting thing isn't for you. But I was kind of determined. So I then, over the next 7 years, I did a lot of work in voice. I did some work in speech and drama, learning how to speak, how to slow down, how to use my voice. And then I did a lot of stage work, a lot of acting work to build my confidence in front of people. And then at age 19, I didn't have a stutter, or 21, and I went on to work in broadcasting for 10 years. Some of the stations, which I haven't listened to any radio while I've been here in Mumbai, but they were talk stations, music stations, you know, the top ranking music stations at the time in the 90s. And for me, that kind of frames my why around why I do what I do, which is really this principle of imperfect action. You know, I believe if I can get through a stutter, I can help people find their voice, share their story, to connect ultimately with their prospect or their customer by being themselves.